Most people don't feel broken. They feel fragmented, pulled in different directions, contradicting themselves, living one life on the surface and another beneath it. They sense there is more to who they are, but they can't quite reach it. Carl Jung believed this wasn't a flaw. He believed it was the starting point. Carl Jung did not ask, how do we become better people? He asked something far more dangerous. How do we become whole? Not polished, not socially acceptable, not optimized for approval, whole. And that question changes everything. Because wholeness is not about improvement, it is about integration. It requires facing parts of yourself you were taught to ignore, suppress, or deny. Modern society teaches us to specialize. Be one thing, play one role, choose one identity, and defend it. But Jung saw this as a psychological trap, because the human psyche is not simple. It is layered, symbolic, contradictory, and when we deny parts of ourselves to fit into the world, those parts do not disappear. They go underground. Jung believed the mind is not a single voice. It is a system. There is the ego, who you think you are, the persona, who you show the world, the shadow, who you refuse to see, and the self, who you are becoming. Most people live trapped between the ego and the persona, managing appearances, maintaining control, avoiding discomfort. But the self waits quietly in the background. The persona is not false. It is functional. It allows you to operate in society, to play roles, to belong. But when the persona becomes your identity, something vital is lost. Jung warned the people who over-identify with the mask become hollow. They are admired, but not alive. Successful, but not fulfilled. Becoming whole is not comforting. It is destabilizing. Because wholeness demands confrontation. You must face traits you dislike, desires you were taught to reject, anger you buried, fear you never named. Jung wrote, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This is not metaphor, it is psychological law. There is another reason most people resist this path. Wholeness disrupts certainty. It dissolves simple answers and replaces them with living questions. When you begin to integrate the unconscious, you can no longer rely on rigid identities. You are no longer simply the successful one, the good one, the rational one, or the wounded one. You become something more fluid, more complex. And complexity is unsettling in a world that rewards clarity over truth. Jung believed that many psychological struggles are not signs of weakness, but signs of growth trying to occur. The psyche does not break without reason. It fractures when the life you are living no longer aligns with the life you are meant to live. This is why periods of confusion often precede transformation, why certainty collapses before meaning emerges, why the loss of identity can feel like death. Because in a psychological sense, it is the old self must dissolve for the new self to take shape. And this process cannot be rushed. The unconscious moves at its own pace. It speaks in symbols, dreams, emotions, and synchronicities. When ignored, it grows louder. When listened to, it becomes a guide. Jung warned that refusing this dialogue does not preserve stability. It creates stagnation, a quiet despair, a life that functions but does not feel lived. To walk the path of individuation is not to escape society. It is to engage with it from a place of inner alignment. You do not abandon the world. You meet it without losing yourself. No one reaches wholeness without meeting the shadow. The shadow is not evil. It is everything you disowned in order to be accepted. Strength, aggression, attraction, creativity, selfishness, power. The shadow forms early in life when we learned which traits bring love and which bring rejection. Rejecting the shadow does not make you good. It makes you unconscious, and what is unconscious does not disappear. It acts out through projection, compulsion, addiction, moral rigidity, unexplained rage. Jung understood something unsettling. The most dangerous people are not those who know their darkness, but those who deny it. Individuation is Jung's central idea. It is not self-help. It is not self-improvement. It is the lifelong process of becoming psychologically whole. It requires integrating the shadow, loosening the grip of the persona, encountering inner opposites, aligning with the self. This process is not linear. It unfolds in cycles. Carl Jung did not offer easy answers. He offered a path, a difficult one, a lonely one at times, but a meaningful one. Because the greatest danger is not becoming what you fear, it is never becoming who you are.